आज से एग्जैक्टली 2 महीने पहले मार्च के महीने में मैंने 5 फ्रीलांसर्स को काम दिया था एंड द रिजल्ट इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग केस स्टडी दैट विल टीच यू how can you stand out as a freelancer when there is a lot of competition. How can you escape the 99% of freelancers and become a freelancer who can deliver amazing quality results and clients would want to work with you again and again and again every single month. So if you want to know the secret sauce of becoming the top 1% highly paid freelancer, then make sure that you drop a fire emoji in the comment section below. Now, before I talk about exactly what mistakes these freelancers made and what can we learn from that, I just want to show you exactly what did they deliver and what was the project I assigned to every single one of these freelancers on a site called Fiverr. A lot of you want to make a lot of money as a freelancer on Fiverr, but a lot of people make a ton of mistakes, which is what we will analyze today in this entire video. As you can see, this right here is Fiverr and this is my Google Sheet for all the Fiverr orders I did with all the freelancers. As you can see, there are 6 in total and I will mark each of them and tell you the lessons that you can learn from each of these freelancers and what they delivered at the very end. So I wanted them to create animated reels for my Instagram, right? So I send them a voice note, like a 30-second voice clip of me talking about something and the text along with it as well कि मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ exactly. And their task was to use motion graphics to create a highly engaging animated reel. Let's have a look at the best delivery I got, and for that this was the Fiverr gig that you can see. I will animate minimalist Danco style 2D video for social media. Now what happened here is that she is trying to use all the important keywords that anyone can search for. Dan Ko is the original creator who started making these animated reels and started the whole trend that everyone else was trying to replicate as well. So she included that. She included animate, minimalist video for social media. Awesome. Notice one thing, okay? I placed the order on the 6th of April. She replied back to me on the same day asking about the reel resolution, right? So she's always asking me questions and making sure that I can share as much information as possible about the project. That is something that most of the freelancers never do. They always assume, they always try to do whatever their mind thinks instead of asking questions. Prompt communication is one of the most important skills as a freelancer that will take you miles ahead of everyone else, right? So she asks about the reel resolution, right? So I say, yes, I want it in the reel resolution 1080p into 1920. Then she asks, do you have any font you require? Do you want capitalized letters or not? She's always asking questions and never assuming. The best thing that you can do when you're working with clients. I already knew that her work is going to be amazing before even she submitted it, right? If you go down, I replied back with that. Then she replied back, said that I got everything that I wanted. I will do my best to deliver as soon as possible. And again, she's replying to me on the same day instantly. And that is the best thing you can do as a freelancer. And then exactly 3 days later, I got my order, as you can see right here. Because our communication was so good, I did not have to ask for revisions. And that's amazing because your time is also saved as a freelancer and my time and my frustration is also saved. I can answer all the questions beforehand and then you can deliver the project as per the requirements that I asked for it to be done in. So as you can see, let's play the work that she did.
People with half your IQ are making 10x more than you because they aren't smart enough to doubt themselves. You think too much and act too little. Find your one thing and go all in. Life is too short to listen to everyone around you. You are going to die one day. Do what excites.
Also, if you will notice, she has gone in depth about why should you choose her as a freelancer, right? 100% animation made by myself, no templates used. Make sure that you are answering all the questions that a client can normally have, right? Like people can think, what will they really get for what they are paying for? As you can see, smooth, dynamic animations. And that is exactly what I got in my delivery as well, right? And as you can see, can't choose the right package, don't worry, I can create a custom offer adapted to your needs. Contact at any time and let the process begin, right? So that is what you need. You need to be good at describing what you can do, ask as many questions as possible, and then deliver the result. Let's have a look at freelancer number 2. So as you can see, this right here is Ahmad, and what he's saying is that thank you for the order, I'll get to it as soon as I can. Again, did not ask questions, so they are basically assuming what am I looking for exactly, right? I gave a basic understanding of what am I looking for. So I sent out the script, I sent out my audio, and I also wrote how do I want it to be edited. Now, what they did was they took my order on the 6th of April itself. Again, a great thing that they have replied on the same day that I placed the order. And then on the 8th of April, they delivered the order right here. But I asked for a change in this order because it was too simple, right? So I said that just a couple of things that can be improved. Another great skill to learn as a freelancer is how well are you at taking feedback, right? So as you can see right here, I have written down some things that they can improve upon, right? These are just some pointers that they should take as a feedback, right? They took it, and then the next day they said, I love the feedback, I will work on these changes and get back to you ASAP. Now, another great thing to learn is that on the 10th of April, he replied saying that I apologize for the delay. I was facing a technical issue that prevented me from working. I just fixed it and I will send the video tonight. This is a great thing that you can do. Prompt communication also includes telling the client if your order is going to be delayed, right? Many a times I work with so many freelancers every single month, and the biggest mistake they make is they stop talking to me because they think that they are taking too much time, and they will only reply back to me once they have completed the project, once they have edited the video. And that is the worst thing that you can do. This has happened to me multiple times. It feels like the freelancer is trying to ghost me right now, and that is the worst feeling for a client right there. Be great at informing the client what is going on with the project. The more you do that, the better your communication will be, and the more likely it is that the client will want to work with you again. It's not about doing the best work in the world. It's about making them feel that they are important, making them feel up to date with what is happening with the project. Make sure that you do that. Let's have a look at the third freelancer right here. As you can see, I will make minimalist Danco reels. They do not have a longer gig title, which I think is a problem because then they cannot include all the keywords that people might be searching for, right? As you can see, they have a decent descriptive gig. As you can see right here, do you want to create engaging animations for Instagram posts but don't know how to? I will help you out with it. A high quality animation design just for you, sound effects and voiceover if needed, right? Now the thing that you need to note here is that what this person did is that they gave me this edit which was very simple. I did not like the lack of effort put in right here.
People will tell you to be realistic, to drag you down to their version of reality. Resist. Be obsessed in a world that is too superficial. Dream with your eyes open. Write them down on a piece of paper. Stop scrolling and act on it today.
What you will notice is that they are using text too much while they were supposed to use motion graphics to make it a lot more smooth and dynamic. That dynamic thing is missing. They're using text a lot. So I gave them this feedback that, hey, this is what the problem is. The edit typography heavy and visualization is light. What they did is that, okay, I will fix it. The second delivery was also not satisfactory for me right here, as you can see, right? It just makes it look very simple. I did not have the bandwidth to again talk with them to ask for a different version. So I just accepted it and I went ahead with it. But this is what you need to understand. You need to be great at having that self-awareness. That can you really create that level of edit or that thing that the client is asking you for. I asked this freelancer, can you edit it in this style? He said yes, he can, but what he delivered was a mediocre product. Having that self-awareness that this is what I can do and this is what I am not yet capable of completing is going to make you a better freelancer. This also makes me remind of the fact that you must always focus on under-promising and over-delivering. The first freelancer I showed you in this video under-promised and over-delivered. The edit was really good and dynamic. It was smooth. I felt great when looking at it. But the other freelancers were like, okay, we can deliver amazing results, but what they delivered at the end was a very mediocre product. Make sure that you never do something like this. If you can tell them that, okay, I can complete this task in maybe 3-4 days, complete it in 2 days and submit it to them. That is a great example of under promising and over delivering. Let's have a look at the next freelancer, and this person has made some big grammatical errors. Some very simple things that you can always avoid is to make sure that the audio levels of the sound effects and the person speaking is of the same level. And secondly, always check for spelling errors. That is the worst thing you can do. You have to be professional. Get yourself a Grammarly subscription, or you can even use it for free, and just check what you're writing. Does it really make sense? And then only then go ahead with it, right? The first thing I said, you've written for lives, please add an apostrophe, right? Also, can you lower the volume a little bit? So they made that change. Here it is. And then what happened is that now the sound effects are too loud compared to my audio. So my audio is barely audible when the sound effect plays. Can you change that? So they made the changes, and then here it is. Silly mistakes that could be avoided, right? And that will help you out a lot as a freelancer. Again, I placed the order on the 6th of April. I got the order back on the 11th of April. They took a lot of time to edit the first draft. I told them to make some changes, and finally they submitted the last version, which was 13th of April. It almost took them a week to complete the whole edit, which should not really be happening, because other people are completing it in 3 days, 4 days at max, and you are taking a week. That is a big disadvantage on your point as well as a freelancer. The time that you take, the quality that you will deliver, and the prompt communication that you have, and the self-awareness that you must have, all of these qualities are going to put you apart from every other freelancer out there. And always making sure that you check for spelling errors and just small mistakes that should not be occurring. That just makes you look a lot more professional, right? When I see these problems, I just assume that, okay, this is not a high quality person to work with in the future as well. Let's have a look at the last freelancer right here. And this guy knew who I was, right? So when I submitted my voice, he could understand who I am. And then he was just saying, unbelievable that I'm working for you, making videos for you. Is that you? Really sorry I told you to wait and all that. But it happened on the 9th of April. That is when I submitted the order. And then he delivered it on the 13th of April. It took him 4 days, which is almost great. Now his edit was great. But what he was making problems on was the text, as I said, right? So you have to improve the text that you're writing. Always get it checked, and always make sure that the less text you display on the reel edit, the better you are going to be. If you are working as a reel editor, that is going to be a really important thing to always keep in mind, right? I gave him some feedback, he changed it, then he again changed it, and then what happened? Let me know the video. How is the video? Again, making mistakes. Let me know who is the video instead of how is the video. Avoid this at all costs whenever you're talking to a client. Doesn't make you look professional at all. If you go down, then I again ask for a revision that you need to make it look good. And then they worked on it, and then they were trying to upsell me more work. They were like, I can also edit your normal videos, which you should not be doing, because you need to first focus on the first edit and your first project. And once that is completed, only then you should try to upsell more. Here it just seems that they are too desperate to work with me, and that is not a good sign to showcase. Obviously, it is great to show that you are excited to work, but being desperate is a different level altogether. And then I accepted it, and that was my experience by paying 5 Fiverr freelancers. And I hope that you got to learn from my experience. Make sure that you implement all the lessons that I've shared with you, and you will become a top 1% freelancer and make a lot of money doing so, working with the same clients again and again, because the way you work with them and the way you make them feel is superior than any other freelancer out there. If you're still watching this video, make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe, and also comment below I was till the very end. Thank you so much. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.